Christmas is about children. It is a time of great excitement and wonder. In the church, there are 4 weeks to get ready for Christmas called the season of Advent. Therefore, the Godly Play lesson to be used during this time has 4 parts. We suggest you tell 1 part each week leading up to Christmas Eve. Let's take a look at what the first lesson looks like.
This is the time we get ready for the mystery of Christmas. It is the time we call Advent. Let's see what's inside our box. Wonder what this could be. Oh, I know. This is Bethlehem. This is the time where we are all on a journey to Bethlehem. This is also the time and the season of the color purple. Purple is a serious color and sometimes sad. It is the color of kings and queens. It's the time that tells us we're on the way to Bethlehem and there is a king coming, but it's not a king that anyone expected to come. On the first Sunday of Advent, we celebrate the prophets. Prophets are people who know things that others don't, important things. Prophets pointed the way to Bethlehem. Now I wonder, have you ever met a prophet? No? I wonder if you've met one and just not know. I wonder. We are all part of this story. Our family is all part of this story. Thanks be to God. Amen.
On the second week, you will remind the children of the first week and then add the second wooden plaque. If you have an Advent wreath, you can light 2 candles. Each week, you will add a plaque and tell more of the story. The third week is all about the shepherds and the angels who sang to them. The fourth week, you will add the story of the 3 kings, the wise ones who came all the way from the east. And finally, on Christmas Eve, the birth we have been waiting for.
This is the season we call Advent. It is the time to get close to the mystery of Christmas. This is Bethlehem. We are all on a journey to Bethlehem. This is the season of the color purple, the color of kings and queens. It is a serious and sometimes sad color. Purple shows us that there is a king coming to Bethlehem. But it is not a king anyone expected to come. On the first Sunday of Advent, We remember the prophets that pointed the way to Bethlehem. And on the second Sunday of Advent, we remember the Mother Mary and the Father Joseph who traveled towards Bethlehem. Now I wonder, have you ever been on a great journey?
Nope.
You haven't been on a trip?
Nope, not me.
Not you?
I
Ever?
have.
You have? I wonder where you've gone.
I went to the lighthouse
You went to a
in
lighthouse.
Amsterdam.
In
I went to a
Amsterdam.
different country.
You did. That's a long way away, isn't it? We are all part of this story. Our family is part of this story.
If you have a nativity set, you might want to bring the figures to the story when appropriate. On the second Sunday, go and get the Mother Mary and the Father Joseph and the donkey and set them beside the card. The third week, the shepherd and the sheep. The fourth week, the kings. And finally, on Christmas Eve, the Christ child.
The Mother Mary and the Father Joseph. And the donkey. Mary rode the donkey, but sometimes she walked. It must have been a long journey to Bethlehem. They may have been the last ones to get there that night. Thanks be to God.
If your family has an Advent wreath at home, you might want to incorporate lighting an Advent wreath with the story. After the lid is placed on the box, the leader might say, "Now it's time to light the Advent wreath." As you light the appropriate candle, thoughtfully say its name, such as, "Today we light the candle of the prophets." After the candles for the day are lit, you say Amen, to show that the celebration is over.
Now that we've told our story, let's light our Advent wreath.
Wow.
We light the first candle
Matter for the prophets.
to remember the prophets, yes, who pointed the way to Bethlehem. And we light the second candle
For God.
for the Mother Mary and the Father Joseph, who were on their way to Bethlehem. Let us enjoy the light. Amen. This is the time where we get ready for the mystery of Christmas, the time we call Advent. This is Bethlehem. We are all on a journey to Bethlehem. It is the season of the color purple. Purple is a serious color, a color of kings and queens. It's sometimes sad. Purple reminds us that there is a king coming to Bethlehem. But it is not the kind of king anyone expected. On the first Sunday of Advent, we remember the prophets. Prophets are people who know important things, even when others do not. The prophets knew something important was going to happen in Bethlehem. On the second Sunday of Advent, we remember the Mother Mary and the Father Joseph, who journeyed to Bethlehem. It was a long journey. On the third Sunday of Advent,
Shepherd.
we remember the shepherds who were caring for their flock in the field. Suddenly they saw a great light and heard singing. They ran to see the baby king in Bethlehem. On the fourth Sunday of Advent,
God.
we remember the Magi, the three kings, who adored the Christ child and brought gifts. The color changes to pure celebration. Today, we adore God's gift of God as a little child who changes us by the wonder of Christmas. Our family is all part of this story. Thanks be to God. Celebration of Christmas and the gift of a small child. The Magi, the three kings. The shepherds in the fields who ran to see the baby king. Mary and Joseph, they must have been the last ones down the road to Bethlehem that night. And the prophets who pointed the way to Bethlehem. Color of pure celebration, following the color of getting ready. Bethlehem. We go there and follow all of those who went ahead of us. Amen. It's time to light our Advent candle, and it is Christmas. So let's
It's
enjoy.
a white. Oh no, purple.
We light the first candle to remember the prophets who pointed the way
Can
to
I get
Bethlehem.
bigger? Shh.
And we light the second candle
Or
to
just
remember the
something
Mother
here.
Mary and the Father Joseph who journeyed to Bethlehem.
The third one is God.
We light the third candle to remember the shepherds who were in their fields at night tending their flock. They heard singing and saw a great light. And they went to see the baby king. And we go and light the fourth candle for the Magi, the kings who came and adored the Christ child and gave him gifts.
The middle one is so cool. There is no God.
And we light the white candle for the Christ child, for the King who came. We adored the gift from God of a small child who gave us the wonder of Christmas. Amen.
This 4-week series is a special way to gather as a family and prepare for the celebration of Christmas, a way to step back from the secular trappings of the season, which often overwhelm us. The materials needed are available from Godly Play resources.